Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. Buckle up because there's some serious buzz swirling around the NFL, and it involves one of the league's most talented young cornerbacks, Patrick Surtain II, and the Green Bay Packers. This isn't just some rumor. Sources close to the situation, including some hints from ESPN's Jeremy Fowler and others in NFL circles, suggest that the Denver Broncos are considering a bold move that could significantly shake up the NFC North and the Packers' defense for the better. And let me tell you, this could be one of those trades that changes the complexion of the playoff race and the Packers' defensive outlook moving forward. So what's the deal? Well, the Broncos, who are currently sitting at a 7-8 record with a pretty tight cap situation, just around $2 million in cap space, are reportedly eyeing a trade that would send Patrick Surtain II to Green Bay in exchange for a second-round pick and a backup cornerback currently on the Packers roster. This move makes sense for Denver because, honestly, they are looking to infuse youth into their secondary. Their defense, which has been allowing about 22 points per game, has struggled with injuries and aging players, especially along the defensive line, where 2 starters are out. The Broncos are clearly in rebuild mode, especially on offense, and they're trying to get some cap relief, too. Moving Surtain, who is only 25 years old and arguably one of the top young shutdown corners in the league, could be a strategic move to get some extra draft capital and reset their secondary. Now, for the Packers, this is a huge opportunity. Adding Patrick Surtain II would instantly elevate their secondary from a good unit to an elite one. Surtain, since entering the league in 2021, has established himself as one of the league's premier cover men. His ability to shadow receivers, cut off routes, and make plays on the ball is second to none. In 2025, he posted a PFF overall grade of 73.7, which ranks him around the 18th position among all cornerbacks, with coverage grades of 72. And run defense grades of 73.3. His 4 interceptions and 50 tackles show he's active and always around the ball. His EPA per target is 18, meaning he's very effective in limiting yards after catch and preventing completions. Plus, his tackling grade is an impressive 89.4, which ranks him among the best in the league. Over his career, he's accumulated 15 interceptions and earned 2 Pro Bowl selections, and he's shown no signs of injury in 2025, which is huge considering how fragile some young defensive backs can be. What makes Surtain such a game-changer for the Packers is his ability to lock down top receivers, especially in man-to-man coverage. For Green Bay, a team that has struggled at times with consistency on defense, especially against the pass, Surtain would be a perfect fit. Imagine him shadowing the opponent's best receiver, effectively shutting down their deep threats, and allowing Jaire Alexander to operate more freely on the other side. His addition could be the missing piece to elevate the Packers from a decent secondary to one of the league's top pass defenses, potentially moving them into the top 5 in pass DVOA, which would be a massive boost heading into the playoffs. Now, let's talk about the impact this could have on Green Bay's overall defense and their playoff prospects. Currently, the Packers are sitting at 9-6, just on the cusp of playoff contention, with Jordan Love showing flashes but also battling some injury issues. Most notably, his shoulder has been a concern. Having a shutdown corner like Surtain would give the Packers a much-needed boost in the back end, especially against high-powered offenses in the NFC. His presence would allow the Packers to play more aggressive coverage schemes, take risks on third down, and create more turnovers. In fact, adding a player like Surtain is projected to increase the Packers' turnover differential significantly, potentially adding +6 to their current figure. That's a huge number when you consider how many games are decided by a single possession. On the offensive side, Green Bay's offense has been decent, but the defense's struggles have limited their ability to close out games. With Surtain in the fold, the Packers could reduce their points allowed from about 20 per game to closer to 16, a critical difference in tight games. This would also help protect Jordan Love when he's battling through injury, giving him a more reliable defense that can make stops and keep the team competitive in every game. If Certain can help reduce opponent completion rates from around 65% to under 53%, it would drastically improve the overall defensive efficiency, forcing opponents into more difficult third-down conversions and creating more opportunities for turnovers. Think about the long-term implications, too. Certain's presence would bolster the Packers' secondary, which has been exposed at times by fast, precise quarterbacks. His ability to cover man-to-man, combined with his excellent tackling and ball skills, makes him an ideal fit for the Packers' defensive philosophy. Plus, he's been comparable to some of the league's top corners like Sauce Gardner in terms of grades, with consistent above 85 ratings over the past 3 seasons. His addition would make the Packers' secondary not just good, but elite, and that's exactly what they need to elevate their defense into the top 10 yards allowed per game. That's a huge step toward becoming a team that can consistently compete in the playoffs and make a deep run. And if we look at the bigger picture, this move could even impact the odds for the Super Bowl. Certain's ability to cover the most dangerous receivers would be a game-changer in matchups against high-profile quarterbacks like Jalen Hurts or Brock Purdy. In simulations and betting odds, his addition could cut the Packers' Super Bowl odds from +1,200 to +600, transforming them into genuine contenders in the NFC. He's an X-factor in coverage, especially against teams that rely on precision passing, and his impact could be felt immediately in playoff games. Now, considering the Broncos' motivation to make this trade, it's clear they're trying to shed some cap space, around $20 million, to give themselves flexibility for extensions and to focus on rebuilding their offense. Moving Certain, especially after their odds dropped due to injuries on their defensive line, seems like a strategic move. For the Packers, acquiring Certain could be the piece that pushes them over the edge, helping them become a top-tier defense that's capable of shutting down the NFC's best offenses and making a serious push for another Super Bowl appearance. Of course, all of this is still speculation at this stage, and the trade could still fall through or take some time to finalize. But if it does happen, Packers fans, get ready for a defense that could dominate even the best defenses in the league. Imagine a secondary with Jaire Alexander and Patrick Surtain, both shutdown corners capable of blanketing receivers and forcing turnovers. That's a recipe for postseason success, especially when paired with a solid pass rush and a smart game plan. So what do you think, Packers fans? Are you excited about the possibility of adding Certain to our secondary? Do you believe this move could be the key to finally pushing us over the top and making that deep playoff run we've been craving? I want to hear your thoughts, your predictions, and your hopes for this potential trade. The NFL offseason is always full of surprises, and this one could be a game-changer for the Green Bay Packers. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Green Bay Packers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. As we wrap up this deep dive, remember that the Packers are always looking for ways to improve and get back to the top. With a solid draft, smart signings, and perhaps this bold move for Patrick Surtain, the future looks bright. Green Bay has a rich history of making strategic trades and draft picks, and this could be another chapter in that ongoing story of resilience and excellence. The NFC North is getting more competitive every year, but with the right additions, the Packers could once again be a team that strikes fear into their rivals. The defense, especially the secondary, will be key, and adding Certain could be the missing piece that helps us reclaim our status as one of the league's elite. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster trade? Do you think Certain is the right fit? Would you trade a second-round pick for a player of his caliber? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Green Bay Packers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Green Bay Packers news. This offseason is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and we're here to cover it all with you. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, Go Pack Go.